also, too, Spenny, I wanted real quick to show that Alec Anzalone, because to see the scar, to play with what he did, and to play 64 to 65 stats will be that effective. And did you see the clip of him? Somebody invited him to the cookout. He was getting down during the break.
Wipe it down.
Happy to be back, bro. Like that not the vibe? That video was the vibe of this team. But if anybody was wondering if playing with a newly broken arm hurts at all,
How's that?
Sore. It's bad. Like yesterday was bad. After the game it was bad, but today's a little better. Yeah.
Okay. What does it feel like? Cause like it's obviously it's broke, but it's what is the pack gonna do, bro? Let's be real. Like this shit is fucking cooked.
It feels like, it just hurts.
It's like sharp pain.
Yeah, more like dull achy, but it hurts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like yesterday I tried to lean back and like get up.
Right.
And I'm on the floor or whatever, and it's like, nah.
Yeah.
What'd you caption on Instagram? Like something with dogs? What was that?
You know what it was.
No. What was like, no. What was it? Everyone wants to be a dog. What is it? Fuck.
No, I want to hear from him. What'd you say?
Everyone wants to be a dog until you got to do some dog shit.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That is hard.
He's like, that's hard.
That's hard. Your DB had a good quote too after the game. That shit was hard.
Oh yeah, that was harder, honestly, and that was like off the chain too.
Gotta love it. There's Alex Anzalone, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and EQ St. Brown on the St. Brown podcast. You can go listen to it.
It's great stuff,
dude. Listen to me. EQ is my type of guy, dude. He is just a shit stirrer. Whatever to sit back. He would be awesome. Just to like. Because he knows how to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody wondered what it was like, if the secret sauce, as we hear Doc talking about, anybody who saw the big scar or whatever, like warrior, dude, warrior, because he's in pain. Now, if you've had it broken and played with it, it's probably like the throb. It's probably not like the sharp knife pain. It's probably just that constant throb. But that's what these guys, this all taps in to the fact that they're going to do whatever they have to do if they can get on the field to help this team. And God bless them.
You put that in the pantheon. I mean, when we were growing up, you heard those stories. Hacksaw Reynolds chopping off his cash before a playoff game. His captain, Steve Yzerman, he played on one leg, period. End of story. He did. I mean, his knee was destroyed on the other side. I mean, you put this in the pantheon. You do. I mean, you put this in the pantheon. And the best thing about it is just kind of the whole hum. I mean, it hurts. It's like a dull pain, but no big deal. The rest of us, I'd be in the fetal position, sucking my thumb, holding my arm close to my body and everything. These guys are built different, but that's what we're talking about. You're in a position right now where you don't want to let down that guy next to you. You don't want to let down that guy next to you. You have to find a way to get out there. It's awesome, and it's something that deserves that applause.
There's a couple things that happen when your stars, especially, and that they're playing through going back to the Yzerman in 2002, watching him in Carolina try to take a one-timer and then get off the ice, and it took him like almost 30 seconds to get up. It forces you as his teammate, like, what am I? Self-evaluation. Oh, I got a little bit of a back sore. I pulled, suck it up, Buttercup. And the biggest thing is what you hear out of all these injuries is that the reward of the accomplishment of winning together and doing something that they can to win the Super Bowl is such a way better feeling than any pain that he's going to suffer. Because that's all the pain's temporary. What they're trying to accomplish is forever.
Burn in the Woodward Sports Champ dropped a super chat in there. He said, surely a team of Minnesota's caliber, 4 Super Bowl appearances, 20 division championships, 9 NFC championship appearances, has won Super Bowl, right? Right?
Mm-hmm. Boy, the way they talk, Burn, my gosh. Here's the thing, too. You would have a legitimate point if we didn't go into your place and beat you earlier in the season. Like that's what I
gave
was,
you 10 points.
I was really confused by it. And Mac, I think you hit the nail on top of your head. Act like you've been there before. Look, we had to play the meek one for a long time, and we have nobody to blame but ourselves for that. We had to be the quiet one. We had to be the fan base that we couldn't talk because, again, honestly, we had to unlearn that which we learned. And I didn't want to talk because I didn't believe it. Now I believe it.
No.
And these guys have fulfilled it up to this point.
Well, it makes so much sense. As the Doughboy Steve says, that's why Spenny threw the Vikings his towel so they could wipe their tears.
It's true.
Very nice.
I gave the Vikings a towel
You're
they
a
could
nice
wipe their
guy.
tears with. It's normally under my bed.
Absolutely.
Spenny, you're a nice guy.
Yeah, I do what I can.
Thoughtful in its own way. Before we continue, I saw it in the chat. Wait. How did the Pop-Tart 5 go yesterday? And am I taking heat for the chocolate chip pancakes?
Nobody's had them. Nobody knew what they were. Are they a Canada only thing, or is it?
Really?
Oh, you've never had them?
I've never had
Nah, I
them.
never had the chocolate chip.
Dude,
I've
so
had chocolate
I got
chip Pop-Tarts, but not the chocolate chip
So
pancake
I don't
ones.
know if they're in stores, but because I'm a Pop-Tart, I got them delivered for somebody got me a bunch of different things. So I'd never tried them before.
Yeah.
Dude. Toasted, so they're one of the newer ones. Like I know I've seen like the Eggo waffle ones,
Yeah,
awful,
terrible.
Like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of awful
The
new ones,
Boston
but this
cream ones,
chocolate
yeah.
chip pancake.
Really?
Yeah, don't really like the Boston. I'm not a fan of Boston cream in general, though.
So
Yeah,
yes,
makes sense.
so I
Does it got a syrupy
one of the-
taste? Is there a
What?
syrupy
the
taste in there
waffle
too?
ones are, yeah.
Those are awful.
Yeah. Okay.
This has more of a pancake.
Okay.
I just thought of this because I haven't had them in so long, but this definitely the cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts. Those should have been on my list.
Yeah,
those are
solid.
really good. That's a ball drop by me. I totally forgot about those.
Now,
Well,
D-Mac,
all you have to do is get me that Pop-Tart trophy so I can fire out Pop-Tarts and we'll fire out chocolate chip pancake. I'll
Nah.
see. I'll go look at the store and see if they're around here
No,
or whatever,
they-
or if it was ordered. I'll ask the lovely person that sent me them.
So I went on the Pop-Tarts website yesterday, and they do have those Pop-Tarts that you talked about, but they're rated because you get to rate each Pop-Tart. They were rated a 3.8. Man.
I know.
I don't know.
I get
don't
it,
know.
bro. But I'm telling you, in the total, that's why
strokes.
you got. Hey, you know what? Be your own person.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's 3.8 is another person's 10.
That's true.
You know, so do you, boo.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing you can do is try it, and if you don't like it, then don't try it again. Oh my God, that concept. Boom.
I know, right? I would like to try.
You know what? I'm glad you don't fucking like them because more for me. Send me all your chocolate chip pancakes. I'll eat them right here. But
3.8 out
definitely,
of
Kenny,
5.
I
Out
bet
of
you they
5.
ate them. No, they're a 3. They're a 3/8's a little rough.
Yeah,
they're like a
3.8 out of
5. They're a 5 cold, but they're a freaking like a 9.
What heated up?
Now I
toasted?
might have put them on the higher on the list than they deserve, but they blew my mind.
I feel you. Yeah.
For
I
something
tried.
else. I mean, because
I
I think
tried.
that everybody had like cinnamon, brown sugar, cinnamon, and
Yeah.
strawberry. and
Mac,
stuff.
you know what? You just
Put the
said
butter on it,
something
I'm
like for anybody that's ever gone out hunting, and I used to hunt a lot. Bringing those cold Pop-Tarts, that was like for me a pocket full of beef jerky and a couple of Pop-Tarts. I'm good. I'll stay out in the woods all day, or until it takes the time for me to get that 10-point buck, whichever one comes first. But that was fantastic. But it pops when you put it in the toaster, man. It just does.
yeah.
It pops.
I've
There's
never,
no other
I've
way
never
to say
been
it.
hunting. I want to go hunting.
Yep.
My uncles go all the time. But I've never
Absolutely.
been.
I
My
just
dad
cut-
said he used to go squirrel hunting when he was younger back in. When he was in the South, they go like squirrel hunting and stuff like that. But I've never been.
I can see
Wait,
you
did
catching
he?
the butt.
He didn't eat them. He just hunted them.
No, you need them.
You eat squirrel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So you go get some red tails, come back, cook them
Acquired
up.
taste.
You ever had squirrel?
Never had squirrel.
What would you say the most exotic thing?
I
Either you-
wouldn't even know where to start.
I had mako shark.
I've had
Yes.
I've had. I mean, I've grilled almost everything. If you find me a
What's
good,
one of the things for the people out there, like buffalo, right?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
buffalo, which is like a fine
gator, and you know
guy,
from being down in Florida,
dude, from being in Florida,
Yeah.
I love gator.
Gators.
If you haven't tried
It's
Gator, you gotta
good.
try
I don't
Gator.
know. Somebody like, how do you describe it? It's a unique taste.
Everybody said it tastes like chicken. You talking about Gator, right?
I like
Yeah, chicken-ish.
I want to say the one that I like, but I'm not going
A
to
hair
say
gamier
what
than
it is because I don't want to get clipped because it sounds really close to the male anatomy. But you get it in like the
Venus?
No. Other word for it, different, like a rooster almost. You get it in the islands. Like I got it in the Bahamas. It
Rooster?
comes in a giant shell and they fry it up and make it. It's seafood.
Conch?
Yes.
A conch.
I didn't want to say yes.
Well, conch doesn't sound like a clock.
the Gamecocks,
It's
right?
Trust me, it's
The
close
game
enough.
cock.
But
Yeah, the game
somebody would
cocks.
clip me, but that's good. It's
Conch
really
has meat in it.
yes, it's good. You can eat. When I went on a cruise my sophomore year, and we were in the Bahamas, and we had it, and it was really good.
Venison is. I like a lot of the gamey meats that other people don't like.
Yeah.
I do. It's got a gamey taste to it. I don't know. You do venison right, boy.
I had
boy.
a fire deer burger before. Like it
Yeah.
was so good,
You
so
do,
juicy
you do
and
it
tender.
right. Like one of my favorite things, like the jalapeno cheddar venison sausage or
Yeah.
sticks. It just. It's a perfect fit, man. I don't know how to describe just that slight gamey taste
Yeah,
with a little
chewy,
jalapeno
but-
and cheddar in there. It just pops. It really does.
So, like, we got now that we're on the food and whatever like that, let's take
Right,
this
I'm
segment
starving, by
right
the
now
way.
and talk about Sunday. Because the greatest thing is that I don't know if people were sitting from Woodward and me personally, when I'm sitting beside Kenny and we're running up the score, I think I even said to you,
You
bro,
did.
I looked at you and I go, we need this win because Sean's barbecue.
Yep, you
now,
did.
for the guys at Woodward that haven't had Sean's barbecue,
I'm excited.
and you
I am too.
ask, it like, Sean talks a lot about it, whatever. And my analogy is his passion and performance in the barbecue game. I would equate to my passion and performance in the cannabis game,
Absolutely.
which means it's top notch. But Sean, can you give me? I want to know what will be on the menu, or what are we going to let the people know? Let the people know what we're gonna be.
I'm working really
Tasty.
hard to get a few racks of Duroc ribs. They're tough to get this time of year because I've been telling KG about Duroc ribs for a while.
for 'em.
Ribs are great. Duroc
You
ribs
know
are
what?
next level. Anybody who's ever done them,
Kenny, don't expect the ribs.
No,
Don't
I'm
even
not-
if you
I'm
get
not,
the
but
ribs.
if-
It's a
Added
bonus. Plan.
bonus, yeah.
you're
Right? If
getting,
you get the ribs, Black Santa showed up early.
Right.
Okay, I mean, like I'm sure it
You're-
happens
Yeah.
once or twice.
So all jokes aside, so it'll start about 1:00 in the morning, late Saturday night, so early Sunday morning. I'm going to put a couple of butts on there. Insert your joke. I'm going to inject them. Insert another joke with some Cajun butter, and I'm going to let them. I'm going to let them
I'm
sit.
already hungry.
I know, right?
I'm going to let them
telling you.
sit on there. So then what happens, I'm going to do a couple different kinds of baby backs. My favorite rub is this Hungarian rub. I'm telling you, there's something about the Hungarian spices. If you haven't tried it yet, you're somebody that likes to do this.
Any
at home.
Hungarians in the chat?
Yeah, you're a Hungarian. Victor Orban, if you're watching, you can. I'm so glad you got that. There's one person that got that. That makes me so happy. But all jokes aside, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do. I like a good Kansas City rub.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
think
that's
Kansas
good.
City, and Memphis are like kind of that's my
Talking
flavor
my
palette.
language.
I'm going to do a bunch of wings. I know he likes them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do them naked,
Smash the
just
wings.
pure smoked, and then I'm going to do some Parmesan garlic type of wings and things like that.
come on.
And then there are a couple things that Mike and I they're surprises.
Surprise! Oh, and surprises.
There's a couple things we're working on for some surprises.
Can I grab some sweets or something? Like, you want me to grab some?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want me to bring?
Well,
Yeah.
you know
Like-
the rule at my house. Don't bring anything. We
Yeah,
got you.
I know.
Like honestly, that's kind of
Not even drinks. Like
no. We're fine. We're like this is like I like to do it.
There's a reason he lives around the block from Total Wine. Okay, like
I was
let's
gonna
get
say,
it.
I can stop and grab some tallers.
No, you know what? I really like.
I would. Brady shows up, he better be bringing some.
That's
Mac,
true.
it's funny. We were talking about it, and you're right. You know what makes you and your brand successful is you took the time and you talked to people who know more than you, and you learned from them. and you were a sponge. And that's
Still,
why
every day.
That's why you've been. And you know what I did? I did the same. Like, think of some of the barbecue guys, like the big barbecue guys you've seen on TV.
Oh, yeah.
I legitimately have had conversations with them. I've stood next to them. I picked up things from them. They told me shit where I was like, I never heard of that. And so
Give the people out there, right? One little tip you picked up.
I did this. I told KG I did this past New Year's Eve, and the greatest judge, for those of you that are parents out there, the greatest judge who's going to shoot straight with you are your kids. Because your kids will tell you, if you fuck up, your kids will tell you,
I don't
Dad,
like
that
this.
sucked.
Yeah.
They will. I mean, my kids shoot straight with me. Your buddies will be like, oh, no, dude, that was great. And then they're driving away going, man, much ado about nothing. My kids will look at me and go, that sucked. I had a guy tell me recently, so anybody who does a rack of ribs, you know, get to 202. Get it to 202. And he said to me, you know what? Give yourself a little extra time. And I was like, okay, this ought to be good. I got the meat to 202. Why? He goes, take them out, wrap them in foil, and put them in the oven for like an hour and a half. Well, why would I need to do that? It's already at 202. Trust me.
That's how we did it. I worked at Chicken Shack for 6 years, and I made thousands of slabs of ribs in my life. And that's what you do. You put them on the grill. You take them off. You put them in these big, deep trench pans. Throw tinfoil over the top. Throw them in the oven. Take them out of the oven. Put them back on the grill. And those ribs.
You have to break down that meat. 202 breaks down the meat to a very acceptable level. It does. It breaks it down. But you want next level. Now, I don't know about you. If I want a good rib, I don't want it fall off the bone.
Not necessarily.
Right.
No.
If I
the
want
meat
fall
got to
off
be
the
tender.
bone,
It don't got to fall off the
right,
bone. Though.
If I want fall off the bone, why don't I just do the butt?
Right.
No, 100%.
Pause.
Real quick, before we go to break, Jason Kenyon in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat, he says, the 30-point buck, go get it, Spenny. I would love to go hunting. My boy Max, he lives up north now. He goes hunting a lot. He's gotten 2 pretty damn big bucks this year. And we were up north at one of my friend's cabins, and he brought this venison, and he made this like venison curry with these like jalapenos and stuff, and we put it over rice. And, man,
solid.
It was so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
With the curry sauce?
Wow. That's what I'm saying.
The gamey taste in that curry?
And the rice?
It was so good. It was so good.
People sleep
There
on
is
venison,
nothing like
man.
I'm serious. It when I shot my deer, I can't explain it to you. I was a kid. I was 11 to be honest with you. But the first buck that I get, you can't describe that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was like everything got quiet. Like in that movie, like For the Love of the Game, where he goes clear the mechanism and Costner can't hear anything, right? Like everything got quiet, and then all of a sudden it sounded like my dad was like a million miles away. I hear my dad going, "You dropped him. You dropped him." Because it wasn't real.
Right.
It was like, okay, he didn't even jump. I dropped him. You know, and it was. It's awesome. It's there's a rush there, man. You can't put a price tag.
But look
on
at like 40 some years later, it's still
I mean, I
raised in
was
front
like,
of
it was really
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Waters, Michigan. I'll never forget it. Never I could probably walk you there right now. Go